What up, though? Let's take a look inside the state licensed commercial facility. Man, we're going to track the lifestyle and the phenotypic expressions of autoflower specimens for the purpose of research and professional documentation. Come on in. Welcome, and of course, welcome back. You're now tuned in to another episode of Facility Files with a good friend, AI. What's up, AI? Welcome to the channel.
Hello, JP. Let's debunk some bro science today.
Okay, where do you want to start?
Let us initiate this session. Regarding the management of photoperiod-independent cultivars, there is a persistent narrative that these specimens require a lower threshold of horticultural proficiency.
Basically, you're saying cultivators don't like growing autoflowers.
However, empirical evidence suggests the contrary. A significant portion of the industry is socially conditioned by the metabolic leniency of photoperiod-dependent assets. Observations indicate that because photoperiod plants allow for an extended vegetative recovery, many technicians fail to master the precision required for high-performance botany. Within a photoperiod environment, procedural errors can be mitigated by cycle extension. However, the biological clock of a photoperiod-independent genetic is absolute.
That's right. In this facility, our management strategy ensures peak phenotypic expression by eliminating stress.
For a technician seeking to master the creation of a stress-free, optimal atmospheric zone, prioritizing these cultivars provides a high-fidelity environment to observe the phenotypic expression of selected assets. The technical reality remains. Photoperiod management techniques can be applied to a photoperiod-independent specimen, but the rigid biological timeline of the latter cannot be managed with the laxity often afforded to the former.
Basically, photoperiods forgive and autoflowers don't.
Next, a technical review of clonographic degradation is required. A pervasive myth claims that secondary tissue samples lose secondary metabolite potential over successive generations. From a molecular standpoint, this is incorrect. A genomic duplicate, a precise cellular replica of the donor tissue. Whether analyzing the molecular structure or chromosomal integrity, the DNA remains static. The issue is not genetic drift. It is the accumulation of environmental stressors on the maternal donor. Facility protocol dictates that transitioning maternal assets into the reproductive phase and establishing new maternal lines from fresh tissue samples is the optimal strategy.
So basically, when making replicas, they don't degrade over time. You're just getting different genetic expressions. Here in the facility, the originals go into the 12-12 cycle, and the replicas make more replicas.
Divergent phenotypic expressions are often misidentified as genetic mutations, yet these shifts are merely responses to the cultivation microenvironment. For example, a study of the Skywalker OG lineage demonstrated that when cultivated in a high mineral soil medium, the specimen exhibited an anthocyanin shift, resulting in purple pigmentation. Conversely, the same genetic asset managed within a different substrate-to-nutrient ratio remained green. This is the definition of epigenetics, the phenomenon where environmental variables dictate which specific genes are activated or suppressed.
That's right, another myth busted. What about these white label genetics?
There is a tendency to attribute cultivation failures to genetic inferiority. While substandard genetics exist, an accurate genetic audit is impossible if the technician's environmental variables have not reached a maximum threshold of stability. In this facility, the specimen in the rear is an ILGM asset, managed under the same parameters as the Zotto flower genetic specimens in the foreground. While the Zotto assets demonstrate superior biomass accumulation and structural density, the data suggests that unless all variables are perfectly dialed, there is no empirical basis to blame the breeder for substandard results. The ILGM line serves as a primary case study. Despite industry criticism regarding white label origins, high-level practitioners like Moonwater Ranch utilize these identical assets to produce massive, outdoor botanical structures with the volume of industrial vehicles.
That's true for the Moonwater Ranch to only utilize the white label genetics from ILGM and to achieve the results they achieve is absolutely 100% myth debunking.
The objective conclusion is that the primary variable is often the management protocol, not the seed. Finally, we must debunk the commercial myth that photoperiod and photoperiod independent specimens require distinct elemental formulations.
That's right. There are plenty of companies trying to sell different regimens for photoperiods and autoflowers, and that's just unethical.
This appears to be a marketing construct designed by manufacturers to segment the market. Empirical observation proves that diverse flora, from dandelions to deciduous trees.
I think you mean dandelions, my boy.
Oh, my bad. These angiosperms thrive within the same soil profile without specialized regimens, sequestering elements as required through cation exchange. In this controlled environment, every biological asset follows an identical fertigation schedule and the same elemental ratios. The result is maximum biomass and peak health across all categories. If the metabolic intake is functioning at peak efficiency, there is no technical requirement for adjustment.
That's right. In this facility, photoperiods and autoflowers grow side by side with the same regimen. And just like AI said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. At Zotoflower Genetics, our mission is to redefine the threshold of photoperiod independence. Autoflowers. We specialize in the development of high-velocity biological assets designed for the maximum biomass accumulation and secondary metabolite density. Our focus is to relentlessly pursue genetic excellence. Just look right here. Subglacier pie, blue clism, blizzy drops, danxident, meteor tripe. These are well above average autoflowers that have changed the opinions of many naysayers. I mean, just look for yourself. That's right, head over to Google and type in Zotoflower Genetics. That way you can get more information on our very hard work.
This concludes the facility files technical update. Zotoflower Genetics. The audit is locked.
Big shout out to AI for helping me with this video. I wish Dab Duda was as reliable, but he's not. There are many events happening very soon on the 20th day of this month. Wink, wink. If you're not a part of the Discord, you should do so. Join. That way you can stay up to date and you won't miss out. I also would like to extend a big thank you for all those who support. So subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned in. To participate in our genetic selection program, check out the Source Club to further your research and be a part of a community dedicated to genetic excellence. Hey, check out this Subglacier pie video right here. Fire.